everyone, my name is Alisha Nicole Jackson. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It is Sunday. Happy Sunday. I hope you had an amazing week. It's very, very hot where I'm at, so I don't know about y'all, but please stay cool. Grab a cold a cold pop, a cold water. I'm laughing because it reminds me of that meme that went viral with the lady saying that, the Georgia Brown lady. But grab a cold pop, grab a cold water, stay cool. I've been sleeping under like a fan, okay? Like it's AC, but it's still hot. So, honey, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm trying to fight a cold off. Anyway, guys, it's Sunday, so you know what that means. If you don't, I'm gonna let you know it's lower body day. That's the reason I'm stretching. I'm not just on here to show you guys my cute outfit, okay? Even though that's nice as well. I get everything from Amazon, right? I'm here to show you my lower body workout for today. I miss you guys so much. I didn't post last week because I got to the gym and forgot my tripod, y'all. I've been recording content like crazy at home. So like I'll have my tripod in the house and then I forgot to bring it with me. But now I know not to do that because I missed you guys like a lot. You know what it reminds me of? It's like when you go on vacation in grammar school, and I'll use grammar school for example because I hated high school. And I actually like the people I went to grammar school with. But it's like when you go on vacation from grammar school and then you come back the next week and you miss everybody. So that's how I feel by not posting last week. But anyways, I'm back and I'm here to help guide you guys. Remember, I also have my game guide that's in the bio. That basically splits up your day, shows you what workouts to do, shows you what app to download, how much to eat. I actually need to create a new guide for weight loss. I lost like 6 pounds myself in 3 weeks. And I know a lot more people in the world definitely want to lose weight. And since I've broken my metabolism, it wasn't hard for me to, it was hard, excuse me. It was hard for me to lose those 6 pounds. It's easier for me to gain weight now, but it was hard for me to lose those 6 pounds. So if I could help somebody, that would be awesome. So maybe I'll do a gain guide, another one. If you guys want to see that, let me know. I have a wash and go routine, so please watch that. I just did that recently. I know that was highly requested. I didn't forget about the leggings, y'all, and I have a lot of good stuff coming. I've just been very, very busy. Life has been busy. I've done some pretty awesome things. And, I'm just really making the most of my 20s and my time here. Like, I really just want to experience and try it all, And I think it's such a beautiful thing when you just decide to, like, love yourself and believe in yourself. So I hope you guys do the same thing, Whatever you want to do, you can. Make a YouTube. Hell, like, excuse me. I have 1,000 random people that I've never met that are supporting me, Don't focus so much on support from your friends and family, but build a community. Authenticity is really what matters. I don't know if you guys watch Love Island, but the people that, the person that people like the most right now is the most authentic, the Maya girl, as far as I know. So, yeah, y'all, just make the most of it. I say all that to say I've been busy. But I miss y'all, and I'm just talking to y'all while I stretch. I just make sure that I stretch first and foremost. You have to stretch, especially if you sit down a lot for your job, okay? Make sure you're moving your body, okay? Because you want to have flexibility and stability when you squat, when you do hinge movements, whatever you do, okay? So we're going to get into the workout shortly. Remember, for the stretches, 7 minutes minimum. Even though I just feel like it matters more that you do the stretches properly and for how long you do them than like stretching approximately for 7 minutes, if that makes sense. Just make sure that you are ready to go into working out. I used to hate stretching when I first started, and then anytime I skipped a week, I would be hella stiff and wanted to cry. So I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that again. We ain't doing that again, okay? So here's me stretching. Honestly, y'all, I don't know what I'm going to do next week because I do need a break. I've been lifting super heavy. I am now leg pressing 300 pounds. I'm only 130 pounds. It's crazy. My legs are strong as hell. And then I'm hip thrusting 180. So, which you'll see. which is a lot. So I'm like, I need to rest. So I don't know about next week what I'm gonna post. I may do story times because I want to do something fun and lighthearted, y'all. It's a lot going on in the worlds. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll do a story time next week and just have an active rest week where I go for a run or a jog. You always need to give your body a rest. Or maybe I'll go get a massage. I guess we'll see what happens. I'll keep y'all updated to what Alisha got going on, because it's always something cool. I love a good side quest. It keeps life interesting, right? So yeah, y'all, we finna wrap up on the stretching. Okay. So, first and foremost, we're doing a squat stand press. Ignore. I know you're like, girl, you barely pressed them over your head. That's because I wanted to stay in the frame, okay? But essentially, all you're doing is squatting, standing, and then pressing the dumbbells overhead. I just wanted to stay in the frame because I didn't want my arms, reaching past the camera. So this was intentional. But please go over your head, right? For every rep, I did 3 sets of 12. Y'all, I've been doing like 3 sets of 15, and my body has been so tired. So I told you, I want to give my body a break. So I did less reps this time, but anytime you're trying to grow your muscles, whether it's your lower body or your upper body, you need to make sure you're doing 2 things. One, doing more reps, okay, and lifting heavy. So this was my heavy lifting day, but I'm like, Alisha needs a break, okay? I need a break. And you know what's crazy is I came in the gym and I was so happy. And when I got there, I felt like I just got so sad. I don't know why, y'all, but I pushed through it. And the gym has taught me a lot of discipline, and it's taught me a lot of, like, how can I put this? Because I feel like it'll sound cold, and I'm not a cold person. I can be, but not in the sense of, like, mean or anything like that. That's not me. I think more so the gym taught me that, like, I'm trying to say it in a nice way. Sometimes you have to, like, ignore your feelings to get the job done. And not, like, feelings that are bad. Like, obviously, if you're uncomfortable, you're unsafe, do not ignore that. But, that, oh, I don't feel like going, oh, I'm anxious, oh, I'm in my head. Okay, so, but what is your goal? And that's something that has really helped me in life. And this is one of the best things I could have did for myself in my 20s was get in the gym. I say this all the time. The best advice I got in my 20s was get in the gym, keep heat off your hair, and just make sure you're disciplined in every area, even sexually too, which, that's a hot topic, but I have a whole video about, I think, celibacy and abstinence and things of that nature. And just making sure, you're using all your energy to pour into yourself. So, great advice, stop watching things that you lust after. That's what I was told. Okay, so next, you guys, I wanted to do a variation of lunges, but I didn't want it to be boring. So basically, I did walking lunges, which had me sweating after this. I should have inserted the clip. Hey, I don't know who that is. I should have inserted the clip of me sweating, okay? Because these had me sweating so bad. I have a 10-pound weight in my hand, but eventually I'm going to switch that out and go heavier. And once I went heavier, I felt it more. Basically, for these ones, what you're going to do is you're going to lunge across the room 4 times. So in those 4 times, you go back once and forward once. Back once and forward once. Back once and forward once. So you really like you're lunging back and forth 8 times technically, if that makes sense, because it's two times for each set. So, but yeah, y'all, I'm like, let me find a way to make this interesting, because I was literally gonna do either forward or reverse lunges, but I'm like, I want to switch it up. I've been creating my own workouts lately because I've been studying. Pray for me, y'all. I'm literally almost done with this damn book. I'm on flexibility stretching. But I say this all the time. I'm not certified yet, but I've been working out for 5 years, so I have a plethora of knowledge. And the person who trains me actually is certified. They've managed a gym. They've been in the Olympics, which is crazy to even think about. So, my knowledge is not coming from nowhere, right? I just don't have my certification yet. Anyways, I've been coming up with more of my own workouts lately, especially since I've been in my book and doing more research. So I haven't depended on my trainer as much, but I love him. I miss him. I gotta call him. He's amazing. He's the one who helped me with this journey, because before this point, I was working out for like, what was it? How long was I working out? Y'all, I was working out for 3 years before I met him. And when I met him is when I call it cracked the code, and started making gains. And I think it's crazy because I had went down to 115 pounds, y'all. I just got out of a not a healthy relationship, and then I went vegan. I don't know what made me decide, like, oh yeah. So I lost a lot of weight. So I was down to 115 pounds. And y'all, in my head, I didn't even think I looked small. Like, I thought I looked how I do now, which to me is like healthy, and thick in the right places. But slim with some, with some fluff in the right areas. I'm trying to find a way to say it because everybody will look at you differently, but that's just how I look at myself. And, I was just delusional as hell. And I was like, yeah, I thought I looked how I look now. I thought, like, at 115, I looked at 130. No, you didn't. But now I am 130. And one thing about me is I am delusional, but for the good things. And I feel like everybody should be. Like, you should be delusional about your goals and dreams. You should be delusional about where you see yourself. Like, I knew that I could reach my goal weight. I knew I could break my metabolism. I didn't know how. I just kept going. And I met my trainer in like the most random part of the state of Illinois that I would never even be at, but it was by coincidence. It was meant to happen. So shout out to my trainer. And be delusional about your life. You could do anything as long as you don't give up. Even YouTube, like, my page has got over 75,000 views. 75,000 people have seen me. That's insane. I remember when I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have 30,000 people see me. And I was like, some of my videos only had like 2-3 views, but I kept going. So be delusional about the stuff that matters, your goals, your dreams. Don't settle for bullshit. But you also have to have that level of discipline and consistency to make it happen, because the only way to lose is to give up. But also, redirection is fair. If you keep trying with something, a job, a person, you're like, it's not working, you should move on, right? But sometimes, man, when God gives you the ball, like, you gotta play. Once I saw, like, my videos were taking off, y'all, I'm like, how else can I help people? Okay, so that's why I make these videos, to help you guys, because I was struggling for years, and I found my trainer, and he helped me. But for these, remember, 4 lunges, you're doing 4 sets in each. You're lunging back and forth, okay, front and back, so twice. Yeah, y'all. That's my sermon for this Sunday. I need to go to church. Speaking of sermons. I need to go to church. Okay, let's get into these hip thrusts, baby. This is something else that I added into my routine. That's fairly new. Okay, so this wasn't one of my original staples. If you watch my old videos, you don't see me hip thrusting a lot. You see a lot of squats, a lot of lunges, a lot of RDLs, but not a lot of hip thrusts. But I've been doing my research. There goes that research again, and studying. And I wanted to add these. This is why I want to create my own workouts, because what if I want to update my program that I'm giving people? Anyways, guys, for these, you're going to do, guys and gals, okay? For these, you're gonna, I say that a lot, but I don't mean it in any type of way. It's just a friendly. But for these ones, you're gonna do 3 sets of 12. Try not to lock your knees. I was tired. I was pissed. By the time I got to this machine, I was mad. It just, I don't know. The vibe in the gym was different that day. Nobody looked happy. Everybody looked sad. I'm like, damn. Like, typically this gym is everybody's so sweet. Everybody's nice, helpful, lively. They talk to you. It's just good. So I was just like, oh, it's kind of cold in here. Brr. It's hot outside, but it's cold in here. But, you got to push through. I miss my old gym, y'all, so bad. I miss my gym friends there. I want to go back. I'm gonna probably hit up my homie TJ to see like how it's going. The only reason that I stopped going is because they got a new employee, and ever since that employee came, I can't record. I could record at every other Planet Fitness in the state, but that one, because she's there. So I thought that was crazy, especially somebody who has been going there for like 5 years. So I just, to avoid the conflict, I left. And I wasn't originally gonna leave, but my homie was like, I thought you would leave after that. I'm like, you know what, you're right. I left. And so I go to other places where I record. Here's no issue. I just called them now beforehand to make sure it's okay. And it's just crazy because I'm like, that was my place, man. That was my place. But I miss my homies. I might go up there just to say what's up, see how they doing, see if they working or not. But it's good people up there. I think I don't know. I just think that's crazy. Sometimes people can come and just change up the whole feng shui of things. But I definitely don't want to go anywhere where I'm going to make it harder for myself. Why not go where you're appreciated, right? So, yeah, y'all, this is a different layout. If you're probably looking like, this looks different, it does. And I'm still getting used to it. I'm still getting used to the camera, the angles, everything like that. But I love Planet Fitness, man. I love it down. I always say that every video. LA Fitness is too mixy for me. Planet Fitness, nobody cares what you're doing. Nobody's, minding your business. It's a lot of old heads there who just want to help you be great. This is where I was told about, and I'll mention this now, protein shakes, right? I knew about protein shakes, but I was getting the powder and making them myself, and it was so time consuming. And then an old head told me, he was like, you could buy vegan insures already made. And it's like little, how do they look? They don't come in like pop cans or soda cans. They come, I don't even say soda. I don't know where they came from. But they come in like little like paper, like containers with a top. So that changed my life because, y'all, I don't have time to make protein shakes every single day. I just don't. It was too much. So now I just buy, what do I buy, y'all? I'm trying to look and see if I have it near. But I basically get like the vegan protein shakes. You could get them at Walmart. I think the brand starts with Owen, Owyn. Hey, Owen, sponsor me. But I get Owen from like Walmart. And I'll get maybe a couple. I'll drink one a day. And then I'll do these protein bars. They're blueberry from Aldi. And that helps with my protein intake. And that way it's quick and easy. And I don't have to make a big old shake. You know what I mean? Like, who got time for this? Not to me. But y'all, this is me hip thrusting. Clearly you can see I was jumping for joy. So excited. Ha ha ha. And I am actually hip thrusting 180, which is crazy. Because I just started adding hip thrust maybe a month ago. So I went up in weight quick. But my lower body, y'all, is strong. It's very, very strong. And the reason that I have that mat sitting on that chair, I know you're like, what the hell? Why didn't you just get the thing that you use for when you do squats for the Smith machine? That just fits right there. I have to tell you that the mat is just better for me. It's more comfortable, especially when I'm lifting heavy. I feel like it's more of a cushion and I don't feel anything. So that's the reason that I have the mat right there, because I don't want to feel anything when I'm lifting these heavy. I can't even talk when I'm lifting this heavy. But yeah, I was just like, I didn't like the vibes in the gym this day. But you push through. I think as a person too, I've just I don't know, it's interesting. What do I want to call it? I feel like as a person, I've just been through a lot of periods of isolation. So sometimes some periods are easier than others. And, having a high level of discernment, it just got deep. It will. It's still about fitness, though. I'm connected. Just let me cook. Having a high level of discernment, especially after spending so much time with yourself and pouring into yourself and loving yourself, it weeds people out very fast. So the gym was like one of the ways for me to like do something with my time because I didn't have a lot of people around me or even post on YouTube. So I'm grateful for a high level of discernment, but sometimes I'm like, dang, like, Oh, Jesus. You know, being able to see through people so quickly. So, I mean, I just started pouring time to myself. That alone time I had, I'm like, what can I do with it? And that's when I started going to the gym, actually in college 5 years ago. And I'm grateful I found it because it get me through a lot of different things. You know, one thing about life is it's up and down. Things that happen on the outside world, but the gym is consistently there. You could go regardless of what's going on in your life. It's constant. It's stable. It gives you that stability that you need. So, shout out to the gym. But. Okay, y'all. So, I was like, you know what? I gotta do RDLs. And I'm tired of doing them damn RDLs against the wall. And I know you're like, every week you do an RDL. Yes, because these are great for glute growth. Do your research, baby. But I was tired of doing them against the wall with the damn barbell. So I'm like, okay, let's kill two birds with one stone. I'm already over here at the Smith machine. Let's do the RDLs. As you know, if you don't know, I do B-stance RDLs, which basically means I put one of my feet back like so, and I do the RDL movement. That form looks great, which is crazy because in the moment I was overthinking it so much, but it looks good. But the reason that I do B-stance RDLs is because I feel them more in my glutes. With RDLs, it's slow and steady win the race, right? This variation, right, both knees are still bent. One foot is slightly back. You're on your heel. And then you're doing the same thing where you're hinging those hips back like you're closing the door. And then coming up but keeping that spine neutral. You want to keep your neck inward, okay? I don't know if you can see me in the mirror, but I'm not looking at myself as bad as I want to. I'm not looking at myself. So for these ones, same thing as the hip thrust. I don't know if I said it for the hip thrust. 3 sets of 12 on everything. We taking it easy today. I know somebody like, this is your version of easy. The 3 sets of 12 on each leg for RDLs. Yes, this is my version of easy. I've had weeks where like the training was just diabolical. And my trainer would be like, yeah, don't think I'm mad at you. I'm like, too late, okay? So for me, this is easy, right? You could do B-stance RDLs. I think I'm going to do some RDLs with my feet together. Sometimes I do those as well, okay? Like, for example, I'll do 1 set of B-stance on each leg. Then I'll do 1 set together. Then I'll do the last set B-stance on each leg. So I'll knock out the 3 sets, do 12, just do them different ways. It just depends what I'm feeling that day, you know. You need to listen to your body. RDLs I hear a lot is for muscle-mind connection. So just making sure, you know, you're connecting to those areas mentally as well while you're working out. And I do think that makes a huge difference. I think I went over to wipe my face, y'all. I was pouring sweat at this point. But I do think that makes a huge difference when you do the muscle to mind connection. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. I zoned out. I just started thinking about vacation. I need a vacation. I do. One is coming soon. One is coming very, very soon. I don't know who needs to hear this, but go on vacation. Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. Just figure it out, please. You'll figure it out. You got the money. You got the money for everything else. Go on vacation. I don't know why I just felt the need to say that, but whatever. Anyways, back to this, y'all. Maybe I'm trying to get a vacation from working out. But this was the second set. As you can see, my legs are together. Sometimes I do that. I'll do B-stance and I'll do regular. Just to see what I'm feeling more that day. Hell. But I like doing this. I like switching it up. Where I do B-stance, then I do these, and I do B-stance again. One thing about me in the gym is, or just me as a person in general, is I do get bored very easily. So I do like to switch things up. But the gym, honey, it's a series of doing the same workouts over and over and over again. So you might get bored. But the thing is, the trick, the code to not get bored in the gym is just follow people that inspire you to get the hell up and make music and playlists that fit your mood, right? I have playlists for everything. If you want, I can send you my playlist. I have a 2000s playlist, workout playlist. I have just a regular workout playlist. My sister made a playlist. It's fire. Where it's just all hip hop. In the gym, I'm totally a hip hop girly. Outside of the gym, I do not listen to that, honey. I don't like all that chaos, all that pew, none of that. I just want peace. But in the gym, I gotta get the workout done. So I'm like a hip hop girl. And I ask all the time what y'all listen to. Sometimes I don't know if nobody's replied yet, but I would love to know what y'all listen to in the gym. I feel like my early 2000s go-to people are Young Jeezy. I've been listening to more Young Jeezy. I like early 2000s T.I. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And that worker there, she was cool. She was super cool. At the end of this, I wanted to do the hydro massage, but I wasn't able to, so I had to leave. But the worker definitely tried to help me do that. I try to do the hydro massage at the end of my workouts. I feel like it does help and make a difference. It really, really does. So if you have the option and you're a Black Card member, please do the hydro massage. So this is my last set on these, okay? So as you can see, I finished with the B stance on both sides. And honey, I'm sweating up a storm, but my back looks great, okay? I'm doing the B stance on both sides, and I took off some weight because I felt like it was too heavy for me. Also, you have to like just keep in mind that the bar itself is pretty heavy. I think it's like 40 pounds already. And when I'm doing my barbell RDLs, I've done them at 40 or 50. So it was quite up there. So I'm like, let me take this weight off and finish out these RDLs strong, guys. So this is me finishing up my workout. If I had to rate this workout, the workout went well, but I was in my head a lot. So I would rate it like a 7. A 7. Just one 7 though, not multiple 7s, because that will add up to more. Oh man, but I enjoy working out. It's so good for your mental health. Last week I skipped the gym one day. I was freaking out. I say, oh no. And then I've been in the house a lot more too, because it's been super hot. I don't want to go out in this 90 degrees. I don't know if it's only me. I don't know. Do you guys care? I do. I be like, it's too hot. So sometimes you got to get out the house and make plans, find stuff to do. I literally could have nothing to do. I would create a whole schedule for myself. And I think that's just somebody who's just very active, busy mind, you know. I got to find stuff to do, you know. So I'll like create a whole schedule. I'll be like, okay, there's nothing to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this. Like I said, I feel like a lot of life is like having something to look forward to. I heard that on TikTok, and that's completely right. Having something to look forward to. Ordering a package, oh my goodness, you know, planning a day for yourself. As somebody who I said, you know, has high discernment, so I may be in periods of isolation for a little bit. I definitely have to get out and try new things and still meet people and get to know people and make the most of my life, regardless if I have a lot of people around me or not, you know. So just make sure you're getting outside and touching grass, and that's for myself as well. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was probably wiping myself off. I look so good, guys. Sometimes I be forgetting because, you know, working out, I feel like people in the gym, they know working out is just like second nature. But these videos help me see my progress, so. Okay, y'all. I don't know we got this deep in the RDL where I'm whipping down the machine. But we have one more to go. Ooh, then you're done with your workout and you could go outside and have fun. Just bring a fan if you in Chicago, because it's hot. The fact it's hotter in Chicago than like the West Coast and other places is crazy to me. But whatever, go crazy. Chicago, go crazy. Okay, y'all. Last but not least, I was like, I need something to do to finish this out. So I threw in sumo squats. I typically do step ups, but by this time I was tired. Like I said, I've been working super duper hard. Been like, feel like I've been putting my lower body through boot camp. So I took out the step up and we kept it nice and simple. Basically, I did sumo squats, 3 sets of 12. Remember that. And for this one, I did a lightweight. For hip thrusts, I lift heavy. I did 180. RDLs, I did kind of heavy. But I gave myself a little break, and that's very, very fair because I've been working super hard, y'all. So This is the last workout. Sumo squat, super easy. For these, you want a wider stance with your feet, more than shoulder width apart, squat down, and you want to make sure you don't lock your knees when you come up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, anything you want to see, comment below, because I'm running out of ideas. No, I'm not. I don't want to say that. I just have to do more things. Like, I'll probably bring my story times back. Gym hauls are still in my head. Just comment anything that you all want to see or are interested in. But love you guys. Hope you have a great week. Hope these workouts help you as much as they've helped me. I should do an upper body day specifically for back and core. Because, excuse me, I don't know what's going on, honey. My voice must know it's the end of the video. Because that's what keeps your waist small, okay? And that line in my back, I've always wanted that. I think that's so attractive. So maybe I'll do a video on that if you guys want to see that. But have fun, enjoy yourselves. Make sure to get outside, touch some grass. Do what you need to do to get right. Protect your energy. Have fun. Be great. Bye. See you guys in the next one.